O Uganda, may God uphold thee. We lay our future in thy hands. We sing it at the start of every gathering, every morning assembly, every national occasion, a phrase, a formality. But saints pause, stop, and now pay attention to the truth of those words. On the 7th of March 2026, during the nation's altar service, chapter 48, a prophecy was given by God through his prophet. Earthquakes, he said, would become a major concern for our region. A few days later, after this declaration, the earth shook in Uganda. Earthquakes were experienced in several parts of the country. While people saw this as just a normal occurrence, for us who watch over the times and seasons of the nation, it was a sign. A shaking of those who thought they could not be shaken was on the way. This was the first knock on the door.
And suddenly, I started to see the earth begin to give way. I saw stone and rock. I saw well-built roads begin to sink in. So much so that cars that were moving at a very, very fast rate, big cars, stable cars, started to sink into roads. And then to my front, I saw the earth begin to shake and vibrate. Roads were vibrating. And then I heard a voice over my head, the voice of an angel, speak loud 3 times. A very loud voice shouting, "Earthquake, earthquake, earthquake."
A 7.6 magnitude earthquake was reported in Indonesia and Japan. Buildings collapsed, roads cracked, and floods followed. Another declaration was made by the man of God, Prophet Alpha, regarding the earthquakes. This is what he declared.
How many of you remember the earthquake prophecy I gave you here? You remember the first time it happened, I came back and told you what? I told you there is more, right? And it happened. And let me tell you again, there is more. But for you that are at the altar, what does that tell you? I was in my sitting room and that thing happened, and I said, Lord, it's going to happen. Because I know what he said that prophecy was pointing to. I said, Lord, it's going to happen.
Barely 2 days later, on the morning of June 8th, 2026, as millions of children returned to school after the break, a magnitude of 7.8 earthquake struck off the coast of Sarangani province in southern Mindanao, Philippines.
Philippines is still reeling from the 7.8 magnitude earthquake that struck on Monday. The tremors toppled buildings and sparked tsunami warnings across the region. At least 35 people are dead. National disaster authorities say at least a dozen people were still missing, while 134 have sustained injuries. A series of powerful aftershocks rocked the area from about 2 hours after the first quake, with the largest measuring magnitude of 6.5. In the southern Philippines, many residents spend the night outside.
We really panicked when we experienced the quake. We panicked because it was really strong. We got really scared. It was traumatizing.
The quake struck at about 7:37 a.m. local time. Children were in school when the tremors hit, and videos like this on your screen began emerging from the Philippines.
Lingkod lang, lingkod lang! Lingkod lang! Lingkod lang! Lingkod lang! Lingkod! Lingkod lang!
The earthquake struck off the coast of the Philippines' Mindanao Island. The earthquake initially triggered a tsunami warning in the Philippines and other neighbor nations. However, the warning was later rescinded. General Santos City was among the areas that bore the brunt of the damage. Buildings collapsed across the city of 700,000 people, trapping some beneath the rubble.
All I can say now is, I am just waiting for his dead body. I no longer expect him. There is nothing I can do anymore. All I can do is cry, imagining the good things he did in the world.
Within the first week, confirmed deaths climbed past 60, with dozens more missing and more than 300,000 people affected. Officials called it one of the strongest earthquakes to strike Mindanao in recent memory. Then on June 24th, the earth shook again, this time in Venezuela. Two massive earthquakes struck within 40 seconds of one another near Yumare in the north of the country. A magnitude 7.24 shock followed by a 7.5 main shock, the strongest to hit Venezuela since the year 1900. Languaira and Caracas were devastated. Thousands of buildings fell. The death toll climbed past 1,000, with thousands more injured and tens of thousands still reported missing as rescue efforts continue. Across the rest of the month of June 2026, these were not the only earthquakes. The world recorded 3 earthquakes above magnitude 7, 16 above magnitude 6, and more than 160 above magnitude 5. Tremors felt from Japan to Pakistan, from Alaska to the Caribbean, and from the Coral Islands to the South Sandwich Islands. Aftershocks continued to ripple through the Philippines and Venezuela. There will be earthquakes that will catch the attention even of those who assume positions in high places, he said. People of God, to the Church of God, to those who have ears, this is the fulfillment of Scripture. Amos 3:7 tells us that before the Lord does anything, he informs his prophets first. Uganda, hear this. Listen to the bidding of the Lord. When you see that, once again, I'll shake your country, and the things that must shake will shake, never to return, and the things that will stay. This is indeed proof of the words written by George William Kakoma when he penned, "O Uganda, may God uphold thee, for only God can truly uphold a nation." While the only prayer we can lift for those affected by this ordeal is, God, have mercy, it is also prudent that we pay attention, for we are yet to experience a shaking of our own. So pay attention, Uganda, to the word of my prophet. Believe it and pray, for I, the Lord, have spoken.